In this final day of Noirvember, I saved a film that I had been meaning to watch for several years. That's kind of a transitional, if you will, noir to Christmas film. This, of course, is 1961's Blast of Silence, which I rented from Videodrome. There we go. It's got this great Criterion disc that came out about 10 years ago. It's a beautiful restoration of the film, plus an hour-long documentary about the making of the film, which I have not watched yet, but I'm going to before I return it to Videodrome. So the film is written, directed, and starring Alan Barron. It was independently produced. It was, I believe, the producer was also the cinematographer, Merrill Brody, and it was edited by Peggy Lawson, who's a woman. And it was selected to go to the Cannes Film Festival, but they delivered the print late, and it was unable to actually play at the Cannes Film Festival. And after it was released, Alan Barron was compared to Orson Welles in his ability to write, direct, and act. In the film, it starts on Christmas Eve, and it starts with the birth of Frankie Bono, and it's this dark black scene, and it's this great narrator. And the narration's written by Waldo Salt, who has an award named after him at the Sundance Film Festival, the Waldo Salt Screenwriting Award. So it starts with the narrator saying that we're all born in silence and darkness, and we're alone, and then we're born in pain and anger, and it starts with a woman, giving birth. You don't see her, it's black, and then the screaming of her, and the screaming of the baby, and then it's like, and then you get slapped into this world, and then they slap the baby, and then it goes, and then later you find out other ways to harness this anger, and I'm like, oh shit, we're like in a movie now. So then it cuts to the first part of the movie, which is Frankie Bono, baby boy Frankie Bono, coming from Cleveland to Grand Central Station in New York to do a hit. He's a hit man. He talks about how he hates Christmas. He grew up in an orphanage. Everything's terrible. There's this great quote that goes, let me find the quote. It goes, oh God, I'm on the wrong page. Hold on. Fanny, I know. Fanny knows the quote. She just speaks cat, so she can't read it right now. When the Better Business Bureau rings the Christmas bell, the suckers forget there's such a business as murder and businessmen who make it their exclusive line. That's a good, world-setting or tone-setting sentence. You're in a bleak, dark place with this guy. This is not your average Christmas movie. This is this time of year sucks, I hate it, and I'm going to kill this man. However, in the midst of securing a gun to kill the mobster, and the man he's getting the gun from is actually Larry Tucker, who you'll remember hopefully from oh my God, shit, I'm bad at remembering things today. Shock Corridor from Sam Fuller. He's the opera singer guy in the state asylum. So see a Shock Corridor. This man's a little strange, and things are not going to be great. It's going to be a little hinky getting this gun from this guy and the silencer, and then silencing the mobster. And there's this great scene where they're talking about how he's staking out the guy's house, and how he has these bodyguards that take him to the office every day. And he's like, when it gets written up in the papers, the neighbors are going to say, but he was such a nice guy. He goes to his job every morning. And it basically is talking about how people can seem one thing on the surface and be something else. And later, you then see this mobster, when the hit happens, holding a panda bear. And it's that same sort of compare and contrast to what he is on the outside to who he really is as this gangster. But things get awry when while he's having dinner, because he got into town way too early. He's doing this hit the day after Christmas, but he comes in on Christmas Eve. What the fuck? So he's having dinner, and he just happens to run into someone from the orphanage who then is like, hey, yeah, you remember this lady? And then obviously, because this is a noir, she's not really a femme fatale. She's just a woman from his past who has fulfilled her own life and has her own thing going on, and he's totally just kind of in a way. I think there's a direct connection between this and Grosse Point Blank, where he's a hitman and he's on his last hit, and getting in contact with the woman that he loved when he was younger just messes his entire ability to keep being a sociopath, basically. And the same thing happens to this character. But in that one, it's romantic comedy, so he ends up with the girl. And in this one, it's a straight up noir, and so he's not going to get the girl. But it causes him to shift his entire sense of being and realizes he can't be a hitman anymore, but he has to finish this hit. And the rest of the film is him trying to finish this hit and him trying to get paid for this hit. And this is a sleek 77-minute film. There's not a wasted frame. Everything that's in it either propels the plot forward or tells you about this character, baby boy Frankie Bono. And I know some people probably will be off-put by the narration. It's narrated by Lionel Stander. I love him. I love his voice. And I think I think criticisms that it's cheesy misses the point of why that narration is there, and the dialogue to past noir and also hard-boiled crime fiction. It is cheesy. That's the kind of the point, and that's the style. And I think it's a great narration, and it gives you a feel of reading a short story. And I really dug that about this film. So if you're looking for a really sleek, independent neo-noir, this is a great one. If you're looking for a great, like, bleak Christmas movie, this is a great one. This is one of the bleakest Christmas movies I've ever seen, and I feel like it should be a tradition to watch it every Christmas. I'm looking forward to watching the featurette, the making of. It also, if you get the DVD, like the packaging, apparently it comes with a 4-page graphic novel by Sean Phillips, who was one of the co-writers of The Fade Out and Fatale. So I wish I could see what that looked like. How cool is that? Like, I want graphic novels for every noir. So this was 1961's Blast of Silence from Alan Barron. I'm going to show you the disc one more time. It's on Criterion. It's fantastic. You should rent it. You should check it out. Even if you didn't make it for this Noirvember, you can let Noirvember sort of slide into December a little bit and have a noir Christmas. Noir Christmas is actually the best kind of Christmas, as we all know, because we've got so many noir Christmas movies. You could do an entire month of just noir Christmas movies, pretty much. So this was Blast of Silence, 1961. I hope you guys had a great Noirvember. It's Noirvember 8. No, that's a 9. Shoot, hold on. 8 this year. And it's been wonderful to see how many different people have jumped on. I've seen more artists do noir-inspired art this year than ever before. There's a little mini festival in the Czech Republic that I saw a post from a comic book library, which I didn't even know such a thing existed, in Sweden. Last year there was this great Filipino TV, like pirate TV station that showed a Filipino noir. Like, it's just wonderful to see so many people getting together for this month and just loving this art and loving this genre and an era and its tone, whatever you want to call it, this noir life, it's delightful. And next year is Noirvember 9, and I hope you all join us. And if you didn't this year, don't worry about it. Come back next year. And it doesn't mean that you can't watch noir the rest of the year. Obviously, that's ridiculous. It's more like this is, like, you pepper the noir throughout the year, or some people watch it all the time. That's their only thing they love, and that's okay. It's just that this is a nice, concentrated time where you can live, breathe, and think noir with thousands of other people in a way that a whole year is impossible. And that's just, I just think that's fantastic. So if you follow along on Twitter, there's a lot of great stuff there. Instagram, on Tumblr, my noir Tumblr is filmnoir and femmefatales.tumblr.com, and I have attempted to reblog literally everything tagged Noirvember into that Tumblr. I've had that Tumblr running the whole 8 years, so there are about 10,000 Noirvember posts in that blog. It's fantastic. So anyways, happy Noirvember 8, and have a sad, horrible Christmas, and watch all the Christmas noirs, and I'll see you, I'll see you in color I'm going to watch a bunch of movies in December, but I'll see you in black and white next Noirvember.